Hi guys, Jennifer here. I'm here to share with you the way that I created these beautiful Tilda Shabby Chic Christmas trees. I'm using some of my beloved Tilda fabric. Yes, I pulled it out. I decided I was going to use the things that I really love because it makes my projects even prettier, I think. So I am just cutting strips. I tore them first about the width that I wanted the material, and then I am putting them into about 6 to 7 inch strips. I'm also pulling from my stash and from my Ooh La La stash some different laces, trims, and doily trimmings. And so I like to have a multitude of different laces and trims and different pieces to add to the tree. I really love these, and they're very quick and simple to do. I wanted to share, just how I did it. I'm sure that this has been done before. I had seen it on a card several years ago, and I was like, I made one last year, and it was kind of the end of the season, so I was losing my Christmas mojo, so I decided this year that I would start on it just a bit early. So I'm grabbing from my straw stash, because every time I see some pretty straws that I like with patterns and colors that I like, I do pick them up. So I decided to use that for this project, and that is my base for the tree. Now I cut them in half just so I can get multiples out of one straw. If you like your trees a little bit bigger, you can make them longer. And then I just start tying on the strips of fabric and lace. After a while, I kind of got the hang of, how I wanted to tie it so that on both sides the fabric shows face front, and so, once you play with that a little bit, you'll get the hang of it. So I kind of twist the fabric as I tie it so that it will show the pretty front of the fabric, on both sides. Anyway, so there I go. I'm just tying the bits of fabric. I love how I love to tear the fabric because I love the shabby edge that it gives. You can still get a, kind of a distressed look without tearing it, but I think it looks so much better when it's torn. So now I'm just adding some bits of lace. If I didn't have enough length in the laces, I kind of tied them more towards the top of the tree, since I know that will be shorter than the bottom. You can add fibers in here. You can add different yarns or trims or eyelash trim. You can do all laces if you want. You could do ribbons, and so the options are plenty. So as you can see, I am just continuing to add the lace. I thought you might want to see the start to finish process. I have really gotten in the mood for Christmas early this year, which is unusual for me, I think. But I think as a crafter, you really do have to plan ahead. And so I'm trying to do a few Christmas projects in between my fall projects. And I definitely plan to curate this year for Jill Norwood's curating for Christmas. I hope she has that again. I kind of did it last year, but I didn't record it, and I'm not really sure why. I just thought it wasn't, enough. I don't know. So anyway, I decided I wanted to add some eyelash trim here, and so that's what I'm doing. And this pink matches really well. And you do have to tie the eyelash trim twice because I think it will come apart. Now if you need to, you can always glue your fabric in place. I didn't do that, but if you want something that might not move around as much, you can, finish it off at the end by gluing the fabric to the straw. And I don't do that right away if I'm going to do that because I want to see how I like it first. If I feel like it needs a different fiber in between the fabrics, then I go ahead and add that and move things around. So now I decided to add some of this. It's like it's a knitting type of fiber that you can find where you get the yarn and stuff. And I had this really pretty pink one, and I decided to add that to the tree. I just love this Tilda fabric. The gray and the pinks are probably my favorites, but I do love them all. There's just something just so pretty about Tilda fabric, and I'll tell you, it tears so nicely and it works so nicely. So here I am starting to cut the tree. It's better to have to cut off more than to wish you hadn't cut off so much. So I kind of just play with it because I don't like a straight line down the side. Which might take a little bit longer to cut each piece like I'm doing. But I feel like it looks a little bit more, or less, I should say, less uniform. So anyway, I'm just cutting it. You can cut it however you want. If you just want to cut it straight down the whole tree, you can do that too. And I kind of cut it at a 45-degree angle so that, I don't know, I guess I just like the way that looks versus cutting it straight up. You could cut it straight up too, but. So I guess I'm just a little particular in how I do it, so I'm just going to keep manipulating the fabrics here and see how I'm saying where I'm cutting more as I go. So these make really cute embellishments. They make cute tags, Christmas ornaments, package decorations. You can make it a tag for your, Christmas bags that you are packaging, and it just looks so cute. And they can use it later as a, on their tree, or the recipient can, use it again to re-gift something. And so yeah, I think it's great. I've also saw people make canvases and cards out of these, so there are multiple craft items that you can make with this. So if you want to, you can also stiffen the fabric if you feel like, it's not staying where you want it to. You can maybe even brush a little bit of Mod Podge or just some watered down glue, and then you'll have a, more stiff piece. And maybe the fabrics will stay in place better. So I'm just cutting fabric. Almost done here. I think it's so cute. And I just have to play with it a lot and Get it just how you want it. So guys, this is my finished little tree. I'm going to add a little topper. I have a few, you can use doilies, you can use your little sparkly snowflakes at the top. I have these little doily remnants, the little centerpieces there. You can use as a star at the top. You can add an angel, you can add a charm, whatever you feel like. And what I usually do to finish it off is I'll put a tiny piece of fabric or a string at the top and glue it inside the straw. So you can add glue and some glitter if you want, all kinds of different things. So let your imagination roam free. So these are all the ones that I started to create. There's a traditional colored one. And so I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.